beavers built that. Yep. All made from pesky little beavers and dammed that all up. And that's why we have Belvedere Pond there. A lot of people fishing it. Catch perch, bowpelt, sometimes some bass. You never know what you're going to catch out of there. You might catch cold, I don't know. Belvedere Center is the next stop, or next village. Not much of a village. I think there's only 50 people who live there. They went and built themselves one of them brand new schools. They had hardly any students, but they got some of that federal money. So they thought they'd build themselves their own schoolhouse. Well, they built it and didn't work out very well because they didn't think about paying for the heat and all the rest of the stuff, and then they decided they couldn't afford the school. So they started busing their school to the town of Waterville. And they got a brand new school sitting there, collecting dust. They weren't thinking too much, were they? You know, I could have used that money. If they just handed it to me, I'd been better off. You know, I've been very thankful. They don't make much money over this way, that's for sure. Quite a few poor folk live here. This used to be a dirt road. I remember when it was all dirt. It's a little nicer with the pavement. It was hard to get through here when it was dirt. So much snow in this area. there in front of us is a plane crashed on the top of that one time. One of them cargo planes coming out of Maine. Apparently he didn't know how high he was, and he run right into that mountain up there. And he was carrying a whole load of lobster, Maine lobster. Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Bubby, it was raining lobsters all over Belvedere. All these people over here ate good for a couple of weeks. They went out and picked all the lobsters out of the trees. Yep, that's a true story. There's another old schoolhouse there. They fixed it into a house by the looks of it. Yep, they had 2 pilots in there and killed both of them. Myrna's General Store up there on the right. She's dead and her husband's dead. And after they died, the kids didn't want anything to do with it, so they never reopened it. Yeah, Myrna Tallman. When I used to serve papers on people, I used to stop in to see Myrna if I was looking for somebody. She knew right where everybody was. And if they weren't home, she'd tell you where they were. Of course, she was always nosy enough to want to know what the papers were about. And I just, well, I can't tell you that, Myrna. She says, I bet I know what it is. You know, they don't pay their damn bills. They owe me some money, too. I said, well, you shouldn't let them have credit, then. She says, I don't anymore. Oh, well, good old Myrna. Sometimes you have to be careful what you buy there, because sometimes it wasn't as fresh as it should be. I bought a Slim Jim from them there, and I opened it up, and I couldn't even bite into it. It was so damn hard. Schoolhouse right there, that grayish looking building that ain't painted. Empty, of course. At least they're still standing. Most of them built in late 1800s, so. Belvedere Junction. Snow peaks up there on that mountain. They look white. there's the Waterville School, elementary school. This farm up here on the left, it was my sister's farm, my sister Patty. She farmed that for many, many years. She's dead. She's been dead a long time now. But that's where she milked all of her cows. Yeah. Her son's got it now, and he raises beef cows there now. He doesn't have any dairy cows left. She used to milk 50 of them cows every day and night. Her husband worked at IBM, which is international business, something, I don't know. They make computer chips back then, and computers. Supposedly he was a math wizard. He did programming and stuff like that. City of Waterville. They have 200 or 300 people that live here. Not a whole lot. A few. Place there on the right was old fella that had an apple press. He used to press all our apples for us. Of course, my father liked making that apple wine. Oh yeah, he did his share of drinking, that's for sure. But he enjoyed his life while he was here. A happy-go-lucky man. He'd been dead for 25 years or more. Yeah, most of these small towns had a lot of water mills and stuff that ran grist mills and sawmills. That was about the only industry in this area. Was the lumber. Lumber. On the right's the Waterville store. H-O-G-B-A-C-K. There's somebody picking up some sap. Got a sap thing in the back. you, they're chilly on that motorcycle. I wouldn't be out on that thing today. Oh, die hard, I guess. Farm right there used to be the Manchester farm. Alden Manchester owned that years ago. Guess I better slow down. I don't want to run into these people. I'm afraid of blood. Not really, but there's a sugar house there on the right. That's Manchester's as well. I don't think they farm this anymore. Too bad a lot of these farms went out of business. Well, if they were here, they'd probably have a tariff put on them and they couldn't stay in business anyway. There on the left is where it's a sap storage. Sap comes in off the mountains and they go into huge tanks there. And then they truck it down with a milk truck down to the sugar house to boil it. Kind of a neat setup. Those places are hard to tap because a lot of those old maples are all up on the ledges and it's pretty rough going up in there. You gotta be a youngster, that's for sure. There's another nice old farm here on the left. That was one of the Manchester's sons lived there. Way over there, it goes across that suspension bridge. I like taking pictures on that bridge in summertime. You end up seeing a lot of fishermen down there fishing. A long trail goes across that bridge to the other side. They call this Ithaca Falls. A lot of summer camps stuck in the woods up here. One of those Sunday school places. I don't know which religion. I think it's Nazarene. They have a summer camp for people to go and stay. See there, it's on the right hand side. Call them camp meetings or something like that. And that's their hall right there. Buildings, cabins. got left over here. We're gonna go to Darlene's Delights Sugar House. Hopefully it ain't too muddy. Yeah, it's not too bad. Hope they got a place to park. Darlene's Delectable Delights. Backledge Maple.